finished up my black Habermas briefcase, and this thing came out nice. Look at that. Single latch, it's all wrapped, UK English bridle leather from the Sedgwick Tannery, traditionally made. It's this traditional English bridle leather is known for its heavy waxes and used on really nice thick leather, double gussets, back newspaper pocket. Really came out nice, really beautiful. I brought out the chestnut bridle leather that I get from the American tanneries with Italian calf suede. This is the next bag that I have. This is gonna come out nice. I love working with this leather. I'm always asked, which do you like the most? I think I like the bridle leather from the American tanneries because it's different. They don't use as much waxes on this leather, so the patina that it eventually forms is deeper and richer, and also happens quicker as opposed to the UK bridal leather. It just, the patina build, there's so much waxes in it that it just takes years to build. I mean, this thing stays the same if you condition it the right amount, give it a good amount of conditioning as needed, which it doesn't even need a lot. It is just so much waxes, even if you were to apply oil in the beginning, and I mean maybe the first couple of years, depending where you live and how it's aging and the weather, you wouldn't even need to condition something like this that quick. Something like this, you will start to need to conditioning because the outer skin is already absorbing the environment. So as it absorbs the environment, it builds that patina that we like, but you're also going to have to condition it to keep it moist, to keep it from drying out. This got so much waxes, it's going to take a while. And then this eventually gets to like this. It just takes longer in terms of years. You could probably keep this like this indefinitely. I have an old bridal leather case that's authentic, comes from England, that's I think this is about 50, maybe 75 years old, and you can see the fade and the patina. This is 75 years old, this thing, and you could see it's just smoothed down, you could see how it ages. This probably hasn't been conditioned in a while. I probably should, but I like to keep it like this just to show people once in a while what this sort of bridal leather ages to. You can see that the waxes have come off, and the leather has just matted down and just become really smooth. There is some damage on this. I got this off an auction like this, with the straps already in damage. I could change them up if I wanted to restore it, but I just like I like it because I like to show how good bridal leather ages. So you're gonna get so this is the American bridal, and this is the UK traditional bridal. There is a difference. Now with this case that I've been working on, you've been watching me, this is gonna come up later on. I just wanted to show the calf suede as well. I love this calf suede. The chestnut and blue is a great combination. This black and chestnut would have been a great combination as well. But I use sand, as you can see. And one of the main things I like about this lighter color, especially the sand and even the blue, is that when you open up the briefcase, you can see deep inside of it. So if you have a pen or glasses that are all the way on the bottom, you could just see right away, as opposed to the darker suede, the black or the browns. It does get, and if the lights are kind of dim, it does get hard to see down there. But if you got the light suede, you can see what I do here. You watch me make the videos and the way I apply the suede. I permanently attach it to the leather itself. So when you open up the case, it's clean. The gussets are lined. The edges are lined with bridal leather. So when you open it up, it's got just a nice feel to it. And it's refined. I mean, when you're inside your briefcase, you're in your office and you open up something like this, people see it, especially the blue. The blue just attracts attention and you want that. That's the reason why you're getting things like this, to be useful in a professional way, and also to show that, you know, it's an art piece. It's a talking piece. People will ask you about it because you just do not see briefcases like this built anymore. They built them a long time ago, and they're very difficult to mass produce. That's why you do not see them like this. So what else did I want to say? Also, that this is real calf suede. There's a lot of high-end bags nowadays on making synthetic suede. It looks and feels similar, not really as smooth and supple and soft as the real stuff, and definitely not as it's much more cheaper to get to use the synthetic. And in a way, the synthetic, I don't like it because it just doesn't glue. And it doesn't fuse that good to the leather itself as this the real calf suede. And it also, most importantly, it doesn't age as nice. Since this is real leather, it's going to patina. And as you're handling the case, the oils in your skin on both the outer leather and the suede, they're going to start forming that deep patina. Both of them, and as the sun hits it or whatever, you know, as leather ages, you guys know that. Who's ever is that even interested in watching this stuff, you know about how good, real vegetable tan leather ages. Not like chromium tan leather. I think it ages dirty. Not that it's a bad thing. It just ages much more dirtier, in my opinion. Than bridle leather. I mean, you're talking about 75 years on this bridle, and it looks great. So this bag, I call it the Habermas, lined it with sand suede. It's got a single latch. It's got the rings on top with the shoulder strap. Here's the shoulder strap. It's got the back newspaper pocket, bottom cross stitch handle attached to a bar. It's going to stay nice, solid, straight. My briefcases always stand up. That's the thing about one of the things about my style of briefcases. I always make rigid, almost attaché styles of briefcases. So this thing is always going to stand up. You set it on a table, you open it up. It's a powerful briefcase, in my opinion. That's what I like about it. That's why I make them like this. So yeah, double gussets. Get that. Put it on a case. This comes with a loop, so it doesn't do that. What I just did, when it's empty, and you have the latch on it like this, it might come off. It might wiggle off. So I put a loop. The reason why. When you have things in this briefcase with this latch, one thing in particular, when the weight is weighing down on the latch and the flap is pulling up, it becomes a tight, stronger bond. So that latch will not wiggle off as much, but it does wiggle off. I mean, that's the nature of this latch. That's why I have the loop. So the loop just goes on top like this when you open it up, and I'll have a chain attached to this. I don't have it right now. And it goes through there, and the loop just wiggles down, and now you're secured no matter what. If the bag is empty, the bag is full, that latch is not coming off. It also looks cool. It's also harder to get in, almost serves like a lock if you're in a subway and you're carrying it around. You don't have to worry about someone, you know, opening up your latch so easy and open up the bag. And now take it off, right? You just push it up into the top part and push this through, and you're there. Now this comes off. I'll have this attached to a chain to this part so it just hangs. Or if you don't want it, you can always just throw it inside. So that's that. I call this the Marcellino latch. I designed it for lawyers a long time ago. And that's my Habermas briefcase. Stay tuned if anybody wants to see this one, chestnut English bridle leather with blue calf suede. I think this is a similar, but it's a double latch briefcase. But I'd have to check the specs. I'm not sure on that. But this is going to be beautiful, real nice. All right, stay tuned.